Hello future people, Jason the Bruce here with Getting Tabled, and today we're going to unbox some colours. I do apologise for this here, but it's the only way that I'm going to get this angle for the moment. I will fix it for the rest of the video. I have gotten in the Berserk Potions, which are your brown colours, and the Poison Flasks, which are the green colours. There's no real reason why it's browns and greens other than one of the things I'm wanting to paint up. If these go well, I certainly will invest further. I also have the Ice Charm primer, which is your base grey, a very light looking grey, and we have Bone Charm, which is obviously the yellowy kind of paley white. The reason I've chosen these two is because these are the closest they have to the contrast primers, and obviously the intention for this is how do they compare. These particular bottles are 60ml, and this line is specifically advertised as working for brushes and airbrushes. Now, personally, the biggest problem for me with the contrast range is that they don't sell a version of the primers that you can use through an airbrush. Now, yes, I know that you can mix things down and so on and so forth, but it's not the same thing as it being designed for it. So one of the things I'll be testing out is how thick this is, how easy it is to use. I'm not a huge fan of using spray cans. That's not what this video is about, but if you feel that there's a bias there, then I apologise. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to start with the green colours first. The boxes look fine. I mean, they're just boxes, essentially. But the thing I do like is on the back, they actually show you the colours that you get. Now, first thing I want to point out, they are very funny looking green colours. I mean, most of it is greens or yellows, which I guess fits, but I don't get where they think that's coming from. Why call it a greens box and then put stuff in it that's just random? Which to me, this feels very random. As opposed to the brown one, which does also kind of have a reddy colour, but it's kind of a browny red. That's not a greeny red. That's like a really bright red, or at least it seems to be. Maybe I'll stand corrected on this. Right, just that feels more in theme with brown than those two colours feel in theme with blue. Green. First thing that's nice is it actually does come with a book. This is nice and surprising. Some random villager, but nice and straightforward. Actually does tell you the colour that they're using in each step here, which is nice. Definitely don't get where they're thinking that this is a green though. Sorry, but I just don't get it. This is a nice touch though. They've actually used it to colour the grasses. That's a use I'd never even considered. And it looks damn good. I really do like this blue, as much as I'm saying, hey, this is not a green, because I'm sorry, it's not. Obviously, it comes out quite light from what we've seen in the pictures, but if you're wanting to get that kind of solid blue, you'd probably have to use a couple of layers of it, I guess. Evil Red is It kind of reminds me of Evil Sun Scarlet, personally. Just personally. What's this one? Toad Green is very, very dark. Belladonna Green is quite nice. Corrupted Stamina, so that would be like your orc colour, I suspect. Acid Green. Rotten Pus is kind of a yellowy browny orange. Sulphur yellow, it's the yellow that I'm really wanting to try for a couple of reasons. With contrast, we kind of found that this was the godsend for painting yellow. I'm kind of interested to see if this does just as well. I know generally speaking these are supposed to be coming out slightly toned down, they're not as strong as contrast, but I'm still very, very eager to find out. Alright, and we have the Berserk Potions, also known as the brown colours. I'm guessing because Berserkers wore natural colours? I don't know. I would have thought red for Berserk, but I don't know. I'm not the one naming these things. And that's not really much of a criticism. I kind of showed this a few minutes ago, but that does feel more... I mean, yes, this is a red, and that is an orange, but they are very much browny tones of those colours, so... more in theme with what they have called the box. So, using it to make different coloured pouches, that would make sense. Colouring up some rather cartoony looking hair. And a skull. Aged wood, that's actually quite nice. I like that. I'm not sure what that physically is. Something from one of the Smog Riders. Love the shield. I like the fact that they're doing this. So, Wild Beast is kind of like a monster brown by the look of it. Grizzly Brown is a very, very dark brown. Rage Brown. Is actually even darker again. Oh! You actually do get a ball in there. Well, it was the same with those. I just didn't notice. Clearly, I'm an idiot. Endurance Brown. Okay, so a lot of these browns are really dark. It's not a bad thing, but insanely dark. Ogre Brown is kind of a bit more of a mid to light. That's our Frenzy Orange. The Salmon Fury. And Savage Beige. I can see that getting a lot of use. Well, I can see a lot of them getting a lot of use. So, after having looked at the boxes and what's inside them, I think what's here on the back does kind of give me an idea of what I should be expecting. First and foremost, matte finish. Because contrast doesn't give a matte finish, it's kind of a little bit different. And this. You can use contrast through an airbrush, but I'm kind of curious to see how they go. High durability is an interesting one. But yeah, and I kind of like the fact that they give you an idea of the sort of things that you can paint with the back of this. So obviously, yes, this is all browns and woods and paints and leathers and all natural sort of... They specifically talk about non-metallic metals, is interesting. But, definitely keen to try this out. And not that I want to give away any hints, but in a previous video I might have kind of told you what I was going to plan to paint with them. So that goes for our unboxing portion of this. Over the next few days I'm going to be testing out these colours on something that I might have hinted at in that video. That will come out at a later stage though. Look, for the bit of criticism that I gave the colours included. Look, the colours that they decide to include in these boxes doesn't really matter on the quality of the product. Just in case it wasn't coming across clear enough, I just wanted to clarify that here at the end. Thank you very much for checking out this video. If you're enjoying the content of this channel, please like and subscribe. If you're in a position to do so, please check out patreon.com/gettingtabled. You receive early access to at least 80% of all videos that we put out, and you get access to the video edition of all of our podcasts the day that they're uploaded. If you'd like to check us out on social media, facebook.com/gettingtabled is the most active. We also have a Discord server. You can email our team at gettingtabled@gmail.com. If you're on either Twitter or Instagram, you can find us at gettingtabled. And until next time, play more.